It feels so good. Oh, using the Audi? Yeah, it does. Like they fixed the suspension. Now that I had the direct comparison, I think they just fixed the suspension. I mean, what the Audi handling really shows, in my opinion, is that they are listening and they are actually working on stuff that people want. You know, like the improved handling. I'm excited. Yeah, Johns, how you doing? Welcome back to Need for Speed Unbound. Volume 6 just released, and PvP is here. We've got something to prove. Primarily that we can drive a lot better. Those are your choices. You can race in the RS6, you can race in the R8, everyone gets the same car. If you do quick race, you get put into any of these 3 playlists, or you just rock it with tier S plus cars. Those are your options. And the new Speed Pass here has a bunch of stuff. The new cars, the new customizations. I'm so used to, so that's gonna be the big reward at level 75. I'm so used to having like premium and regular above and below. But since there's more premium parts than regular parts, I think this might not be possible. Either way, you got a mixed list here. Did some testing earlier, got level 10. Got myself the R6. Got myself the S5. What other car is still coming? Oh yeah, the R8. It's not premium. Some of the cars are premium content. There we go. Like the custom. The legendary Audi R8 from Darius. Nice. Looks good, man. Let's jump right in. I think I can do this with my party. I'm quite hopeful, but also realistic about my feelings when it comes to, you know, I hope this game gets a revival. But that's not easy, right? No matter how you look at it, it's not easy whatsoever to revive any game. So let's jump right in here. Cash and XP boost. Everyone gets the same RS6 with the same tuning setting and everything. And this is more like a hybrid, so you definitely want to do brake to drift on this one. You know, one thing I'm missing a little bit in this game is like some sort of edge. You know, something that lets you outplay the newbie players, right? The yellow boost works a little bit in that regard. I noticed a massive increase in remming with this update, but I think because basically everyone and their mom started playing again, so you're gonna have all kinds of levels when it comes to the skilled players and unskilled players, I'd say. Favorite car? I don't know. Well, I guess the Ferrari FX6K Evo is in the game. So the handling is actually different for the Audis, so they're gonna feel different to you. I still have to tune my own Audi and see how it feels on both like a brake to drift model and the grip model, but you do feel the difference between the cars immediately. Probably to a point where I wish all the cars had this. You do unlock Rydell in the Speed Pass. I went through it shortly earlier. But if you want to play a new character, you can play as Rydell. And if they add Rydell, I wouldn't be surprised if they add other characters in the future. I don't know if you heard about them, you know, talking about their Kaizen approach, you know, basically continuous improvement. So they're gonna keep listening to community feedback, you know, with every update that they bring out, you know, just to get a feel for the community, what everyone wants. Why are they so slow now? Is there anything different about this event that makes me faster? I guess I didn't get completely wrecked at the beginning of the race. See, that's what I don't like about the suspension on this car. Like, it already jumps as it drives onto the bridge. Like, extremely hard suspension. I feel like my opponents are not hitting the gas pedal hard enough. Why are they so far behind? Oh, I thought it was gonna break. Guess not. Whew, barely missed. Barely got it. I feel like the yellow grip boost also seems a little bit more natural on the Audis. I'm not sure if they also changed that interaction. We actually managed to get back into P2. Since they're pre-tuned, you're not gonna be using a grip tune on these. You're gonna have to brake to drift. Now press Y. Holy shit, it takes forever. Wait. Oh, that kicks you out of the race. Ah, okay. Learn something new. Don't do that during a race. I thought it was a friend invite that I accepted. Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna adjust the other cars to drive more like the Audis. Like if you touch any of the traffic cars ever so slightly, it just pushes your car sideways. No chance to evade the next part there. Shit. Oh, okay, I got lucky. I wasn't sure I was gonna be able to take out that tree. Fantastic. We cannot change to the other game mode, can we? Unless you quit out. If you quit out, do you pull the entire party with you? You could try that. Guess it doesn't. I think we all have to leave. I don't think you pull the party. Nah, okay. Then you just get kicked out completely. So we do have a leveling system now, so you get like these nice prestige things next to your name. I wonder if the lobby has to be full for it to start. That's why I play my own Spotify music. I don't want to deal with this game's music. As simple as that. I think it's worth playing again, simply if you just wanna, you know, test out the new handling on the Audis. I know that this car is a lot more grippy, and it's a lot harder to get around a drift corner. Dude, everyone's dying. I think I need to relearn how to properly use the grip boost. When you're in first, you barely get any nitrous. The game kind of balances itself that way. Definitely a lot more understeer on this. The R8 is harder to drift, at least with the with the developer tuning. Would be interesting to actually do races with your own cars. Like what I've seen so far, either you use the two Audis or you play an S Plus playlist. Then you can use your own car. But yeah, this is way better controllable than the old cars. Yeah, you get a weekly refresh. But honestly, I wouldn't hate if it would refresh dynamically, rather than being different every week. Why not have it being different every hour? I think I might like that even more. We still have the flying textures up there. I remember that seeing that in the first time in Payback, and it's still here. Yeah, I think the grip boost is more controllable. I feel like the car is less jerky. The cars feel more stable at high speed too. That might be true, but at the same time, it's not S Plus, right? It's not like a maxed out car where we can really tell if it does better at super high speeds. So I don't know if it's better or worse, but the R8 is more grippy than the RS6. The RS6 is definitely more of a drifty car, while this is more of a grip build. But that's simply because the developers tuned the car as such. What works with this car pretty well reminds me a bit how I played Rivals, where I pressed the brake and the handbrake at the same time to turn the car more quickly. One thing that surprised me a little bit is like how they came out with all of the information for today's update today, right? Like I feel like they would have given people a little bit more of a heads up, right? Like this is coming, get ready, you know. That surprised even me. You know, which goes back to one of the feedback that I gave them. Like the communication has to get a lot better. It's the most exciting update that Unbound ever had, in my opinion. Especially I want to see how the PvP modes develop over time. You know, what kind of playlists they're gonna give us, which cars we can use, etc. I mean, it makes a lot of sense that they now give everyone the Audis. Also a big fan that now the speed pass is like $10, $9 if you have EA Play. And that includes like all of the DLC for this volume, so you don't have to buy like a bunch of different things separately, which were honestly not really that good value. Oh man! Oh, that was good. Yeah, the car just feels a lot better to control. I feel like the older cars, it's just harder to catch them, right? If you really want to catch them, it feels more natural. You know, like the inputs that I give to controller actually result in my desired ending. Genius, man. Holy fuck, what a dirty ass shit, man. Is this the update? We were at Criterion, pretty much. But we gave them general feedback of what they should do next, because there's still gonna be volume 8, 7, 8, 9. Right? Volume 6 today, 7, 8, 9 are still to come this year. So 3 more major updates are gonna be released for Unbound. And I think this is gonna get a lot of PvP happy people back into the game. You know the good thing about the premium speed pass is that you now have all the DLC in like one package rather than having like a bunch of smaller ones. Like actually the last DLC packages were more expensive than the entire speed pass right now. Dude, same thing. The car lifts up while it's cornering, and that's why I missed the shortcut checkpoint. The added ranks, yes. The number that you see next to people's names, that is the rank. I'm not sure what the maximum rank is. It's about 15 minutes for a playlist. So you get 4 playlists done with the XP boost. Next volume it will be a rank 400 max. Ah, did they already say that? So it's at 200 right now, and then 400 next one. Sorry. It's not like I had my car that much under control at that point. Yeah, I also think whenever they make their next Need for Speed game that they're gonna completely drop the handling model once again and come up with something new. And I really hope Brake to Drift entirely disappears. Would I be satisfied if they just disabled Brake to Drift? No, I think they should do more like what they're doing to the Audis, where they just improve the handling of grip. Sure, disabling Brake to Drift is a first step, and then focus on grip. Wait, didn't I choose an S playlist? I'm confused. Weird bug happens to you as well. Ah, okay. Yeah, in the 2 Audi events, everyone gets the same car, but we just started an S-Class event and it put us back into this. Very interesting. Would be funny if like one of the players suddenly had an S car or S Plus car, completely destroy everyone. Dude, the bridge physics are so weird. Like the suspension really spazzes out on this. I guess that's a hard one. Also missed it. That is a shit corner, man. Like 4 out of 5 racers missed it. No, everyone missed it. Holy shit, that's a terrible corner. That was a terrible corner. I saw everyone behind me mess it up as well. Kind of fell down, huh? Like I would be perfectly fine if I, wouldn't be drifting around any corners anymore. If they take out that feature entirely, Brake to Drift is gone, I'd be very okay with that. Because then it feels more like a car to me. But yeah, if you hit certain level marks, you get a new badge. Like the square badge is, I think, 25 plus. You hate how the cars lift so easily. Yes, and then you lose all of your grip in the corner because of it. I know what you mean. The thing is, the lift off on the front, like that has been a thing since Payback. Like if you go all the way back to Payback, you already had this issue. I'm not sure if 2015 had it, but I definitely remember it from Payback, because the Regera was one of the best cars online. I used it, and very often it would lift up on the front and lose all the grip. Already happened in 2015? Okay. I mean, it makes sense. They're all on Frostbite, so the handling was made in that Frostbite engine. Oh yeah, you can now progress in the speed pass both online and offline. True. Let's actually try to get into an S list now. S Plus. I want some fast cars. Please give us an S Plus playlist this time. It was really weird, like, we queued for that and then the game still gave us a different lobby instead. Let's see, Rainer, we're about to find out. Wait, we're in S, not S Plus? Is it a mix of S and S Plus? I did build something new though. Yeah. Dude, it put us in... This is so broken, it doesn't work. Is it because we're in a party? Is it because we're in a party we don't get into an S Plus playlist? It broke 2 times in a row. That's gonna need a hot fix. It did work when I queued by myself, so after this playlist I'm gonna try to queue by myself. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for, like playlists where you can use your own cars. Right now it's a little bit monotone because, well, they want you to use the new cars, obviously. This is like the track for PvP early on. Yeah, I remember this track came up a lot. But at the same time, I didn't play this game much. Like the game was always missing like this dedicated PvP door for me to actually engage in it some more. This is where I wish the car would be a little bit more drifty. Do you see how it was really fighting against the drift in that corner? Oh come on, this is so bullshit. How are you not, I don't know, a little bit safe for a while after you respawn? The respawn kill is bullshit. Level 17. You have to play all the way up until level 75, right? To unlock everything. So, let's try this again. If you tried solo, do you get it? Apparently, if you want to play S Plus, you're gonna have to join by yourself. If you join as a party, it doesn't work. Man, this car's initial acceleration is just insane. Survived. Funny part about this car is always trying not to die. How? Yeah, I think the biggest issue that Unbound has is like people have a super negative image for it because they didn't like the art style, they didn't like the handling, they didn't like the story. And you put all of those things together, you just have a very negative sentiment around this game, and now it has to redeem itself. This update is probably the first step towards redemption. But the thing is, unless they like completely revamp the handling, there's still gonna be people that are just actively gonna hate on it and never play it. Oh yeah, the music. I mean, there's at least, 4 different reasons why you wouldn't like Unbound. They know it, and now they're trying to fix it. Oh wow, they're getting wrecked. I wonder if the better players are not playing S+, or I'm really good at not crashing right now. This is not the perfect grip handling, but I do enjoy that I can rely more on grip than anything else. It still gets a bit weird sometime, did you just notice how that corner went? That was just weird overall. You can also start figuring out, so what is the maximum speed you can wall ride before you crash out? People are always gonna complain, just don't worry about it, especially if you like the game, enjoy it, right? Like, you don't need other people's approval to enjoy a game or not, right? Like if you enjoy the game, the last thing you should do is listen to other people's opinions. You cannot set favorites in this game, can you? That is true. But to be honest, the price tag is fine, the game just needed to be better. Right, if Unbound was a better game at release, then the $70 price tag would be fine. Right, like nobody would bat an eye to pay $70 for another Most Wanted. Oh, the suspension is getting fucked. Yep, he noticed it too. Fuck. Fucking physics, man. But I'm not the only one that has a hard time controlling the S Plus car. Surprised we still managed to clutch that up. But it is really easy to crash here. Yeah, I think you should give the game another chance with the new update. Especially start off with playing the new cars. They feel completely different. And the PvP mode, it's just so nice and smooth. You just start race and race and race. You don't have to do any free roam bullshit. I think they're gonna see a pretty big increase in user numbers, simply because now we can just jump into a race whenever we want to. The thing is, the physics, they don't work out for S Plus class in my opinion. Shit, so much went wrong there. Wait, that's not where we are going, are we? Holy shit, I need to pay attention again. Got 3 laps here, oh man, so I can do the same mistakes 3 times now. Where the fuck am I even? I don't see any. Just reset me already. What a shit layout, man. The thing is, the S Plus races are actually on new race layouts, so they came up with those recently. Dude, I'm not a fan of these grip boosts. I really wish the game's physics were not built around these. It's so weird. Premium Pass, you pay $10 for it, but it does include all the DLC this time around, so you don't have to buy anything else. Dude, that race completely wrecked me. I didn't get anything right here. See, I was hoping that, with the boost I would get enough grip to still catch the checkpoint. 3 more corners and I would have at least gotten that one back. Super weird track. Super weird. Definitely not made for S+. I wonder how much it ruined my lobby rating. I did win the other 2. Ha! Still first. Everyone's leaving. I wonder if it puts me into another player's lobby. Hey, LPN05 is in here. How hard should we wreck him? Considering I don't even want to leave the multiplayer lobby, it would be nice if I could just change like my plaque while I'm here. Have I noticed improvements overall? Smoother? I mean, the Audis drive more smoothly. The old cars are the same. This is so bullshit, right? Like, I would have survived that easily if he didn't just put me into the wall. I'm very surprised I survived that one. That, in my opinion, was more of a crash than the previous one. Okay, that's a bad idea. For corners like this, I just wish there was a better way of doing them. I mean, it does work if you have like the yellow. If you have the yellow boost ready, you can do it. But I didn't have it ready. Like, I wish you would have more grip in general, but you wouldn't have the grip from the yellow boost. I think that would be a better trade-off. It would make the racing more realistic. Fuck! Hey guys, Kuru here. Check out Instant Gaming for cheap game keys. Click the link in the description below. I gotta say I like the S Plus races a lot. I just wish I had a little bit more control over my car so I could reduce the crashing, because the speed is fantastic. Whenever someone says Unbound doesn't have a proper sense of speed, just play S Plus. Airborne again. Happens too often, man. Happens way too often that the car just lifts off the ground. Grip, fuck's sake, man. But to be fair, I would have. I mean, look at the minimap. Everyone crashes out on the same parts. The developers gotta know this, right? Like when they have their test players do certain tracks in certain cars, like everyone must be crashing out at exactly the same spots. I mean, at the end of the day, that balances it again if everyone does the same mistakes. But wouldn't it be better to have a track where everyone doesn't do the same mistake? The thing about it is, it's slow. It's very, very slow if you brake. You know, it's better to use the yellow boost to get extra grip and shoot yourself around the corner. But it usually comes at, you know, various levels of success. Like, it doesn't work every time. Maybe if you play the game a lot, you can pull it off every time when you have enough practice. The car shouldn't do the corner 200. Yeah, that is true. There are some situations where a crash will give you an advantage. What I found bullshit in that race is that somebody put me into the wall and I crashed out and they got away. If you lose someone that's called Kuru1, you know it's the real deal. LP pieces out, okay. GG. Why does everyone leave me, man? It's Regera the best. It's really good. I'm not sure if the FXXK is better, but that one is available from the very beginning and it is good, so I use it. It's handling better now, only on the Audis. Audis got their own handling. Fantastic. That's what I mean, like once the car starts being weird because the suspension is bumping up and down, like you're not gonna catch that car. I should probably build an S Plus Audi and see how it does. So it could be interesting. I think I'm gonna try that next. S Plus races reminds me of Payback PvP. Absolutely. I actually had a lot of fun with that. Back then it was also the Regera that was good. Regera got nerfed. True, but it's still pretty good. Like what's better than the Regera Xen? I haven't played this game for a while. Like I obviously used the Regera when it was stronger. The new Countach is what you're using. Ah, okay, cool. I hate when that happens so much. A little bit of a bounce and your car is gone. It's so stupid, this grip boost. And the suspension says hello again. The car just bumps around. It's just the reason why so many people don't like this game. Like I really hope they get to rework the physics model for these cars as well. Crap. Couldn't pass you without dodging the traffic. You can change the transmission buttons. Oh yeah, I find it generally weird when a game doesn't allow you to remap your controls. Compared to a Pursuit Master, Unbound is easy. I think the issue with Unbound, the handling feels a bit random at times. Like there's so many situations in this game where I don't really understand why the car just did what it did. If that makes sense. Like that's like the #1 thing for me. More than once, and definitely too often, the car doesn't do what I want it to do. It is really random sometimes, yeah. And you kinda have to play through all of those weird scenarios a few times so you know, oh, this is gonna happen on this corner if I do it. It's not intuitive. And even if you know what's up, you still can get wrecked pretty hard. Like that was pure luck because I went too far and then still had the boost. See there, like the idea was right, but I got too much grip at the end. You can see how hard the car is struggling. You see how much it's bouncing around everywhere, the suspension hopping up and down. I honestly think they should, you know, come back to a more simplistic handling model, but because whenever they try something super complex, it doesn't really work. I honestly think there's just too many things being measured and tried to make into a handling model that it just becomes incomprehensible. Gentle steering when you do the grip boost. Alright. You hate S Plus? It's probably too fast. For this game's handling model, S Plus is probably too fast. Let's see the Audis. Which one I can buy. I kinda wanna, you know, make an S Plus Audi myself and then give it a try. Yes, it's actual matchmaking. So speed pass. We are level 20 so far. Gotta be 25 for this one, so I can get the S5 so far and the RS6. Interesting, it actually has less performance rating than the RS6. Should have them in my garage. Do I? Oh yeah, I nearly bought them again. Okay. You think the hybrid engine is gonna do better? Funny. How does the hybrid engine have less torque? Like that makes no sense to me. Like in my opinion, the hybrid engine should have more torque. It's for speed logic. On the night. I don't think I want these projections all the time. Original. Hey. I wish that option would have been available earlier. Wait, how do you get the carriage thing? Quattro. Let's see if this car is any good. I gotta give it a try. Holy camera. I think it accelerates way slower than the Regera. But you know, not every car is necessarily S plus material. Holy shit, stop crashing out. It does feel a lot grippier though. But it's also a lot slower than the Regera. So I would say it feels really easy, really easy to drive this car in comparison to the Regera, but it's not nearly as fast. Yeah, the car is a lot slower, but it doesn't have that weird wobble. It doesn't have that weird wobble on the suspension. It's way slower though. It's holy shit. It doesn't even feel like the same speed class versus the Regera. It's always easier to nerf one car than buff every other car. Otherwise, you would have to rework all the cars. Should we put it in direct comparison? Back to the Regera? I'm fairly certain I'm gonna crash like 5 times. One thing I'm still feeling though, like I think it's gonna be difficult to get people back into this game, you know? I think that's always one of the hardest challenges you can imagine. Bringing back people to a game that left it because they didn't like it. Because especially I don't think people left necessarily because of, you know, lacking content, which was also a factor. But in my opinion, it was more like the art style and the handling. The music. Holy shit game. I mean, I really like the idea, what they're trying to do, but I think it's gonna be tough. I think it's gonna be extremely difficult to bring people back. But that is the path that was chosen, so might as well support them. You are gonna get a different feeling though from the Audis. That I can say. Wouldn't be surprised if the average speed of the Regera is like 50k higher than. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of players from Game Pass and PlayStation Plus. Audi time. A whole lot more grippy. The Audis do not lift as much, nearly as much, but I think they're also a lot slower. Let's see how this race is gonna go against Regera and stuff. But I can tell immediately how much less this thing accelerates. You're gonna make up a lot of time simply because you're not gonna be crashing as much. Fuck me. Even with the Audi, you're not gonna get mega grip out of nowhere. Wait, did it just spawn me ahead? It did! Wow, that was a shortcut. Did you see that? Did you see how much further this put me? That was funny. I just cut off the entire looping thing. You're not allowed to copy this. Hey, still won. That respawn. That respawn was so unfair. It happens more often than you think. I feel like especially if someone figures this out and does it on purpose. It is matchmaking, but it's unranked. So dedicated PvP means you don't have to go to free roam first. You can immediately start races. This avatar, isn't that delivery from Need for Speed Underground? When I say like Master Chief is flipping you off, it looks a lot like it. Dude, it took way too long to have like a PvP door for people in my opinion. So here, instead of free roam, we go to PvP. Then just start. R8 red line. Dude, I queued for the other one. Okay, I think when you queue with a lobby, it just bugs out. Because I queued for the RS6 one, because it has XP boost. Always breaking games. Yeah, but everyone is experiencing that issue. Yeah, the handling is way better on the Audis. You really have to play the other cars first to get like the direct comparison. If they had another year, this is how the game released. Honestly, if they had another year, I think it would have had even more than that. Because then they probably would have had more developers. Sorry. Dude, I missed the checkpoint. I spun him out by accident, and I'm actually in first. Same thing. Car lifts up on the front, and you won't make that corner. Yes, there's now an option to remove the effects. As you can see, there's only dust and smoke coming off my car. I find it weird that I can't like go back here. It always kicks you all the way out. Okay, let's see if we can actually get in an RS rush this time. And it put us into an R8 lobby again. Fucking game, dude. I honestly think it has something to do if you join as a team. Just want to get the R8. Yeah, at level 25 I can get my hands on it and build my own. That's what I'm doing right now. Playing until I get to level 25. Crap. A little bit further to the left I would have been safe. Seriously? That was not a reset? Oh my god. The reset would have been way faster. Here's actually another suggestion that I gave the Need for Speed developers. I asked them to introduce a tournament mode. I don't know if you ever played Smash Bros. And the tournament mode, but basically 64 people enter at the same time. And then you have 32 one-on-ones going on at the same time. And, you know, then you know, one gets eliminated and then it keeps going. Then you have 32 people and 16 one-on-ones. And just keeps going. And that would also like save them of thinking about a ranking system, because it figures itself out, right? If you have a tournament. That sounds sick. It's super fun. If you ever played that in Smash Bros, you know how much fun that is. You join a tournament and you actually battle through it. Super fun. And if you also had a spectator mode, then you could easily make commentary and a really good streaming content out of it. Right? You make the tournament, you play in it, and if you lose, you can just commentate it, or even better, I make a community tournament and I just commentate the entire thing. Right? With a prize pool or something. There's some cool stuff you could do. Gotta say, I like the spoiler on this car. I think Unbound rewards you way too much to be a torpedo asshole around corners. Will this revive the competitive scene? It will get some people back, in my opinion. It will definitely get some people back, but at the same time, it doesn't change up the original game too much, but it's so much better. It's so much better than the gameplay modes that they had before. Like, this is way more enjoyable to me, actually doing races. I don't have to go into free roam, I don't have to wait for ages, you know, I can just race. Did I love how the one player just blocks the entire traffic here? If you can get wrecked for a change in this track. Because I did get wrecked on this many times today. Ah, you motherfucker, dude. Dude, the entire lobby is super laggy and the guy pushed me out of the checkpoint on purpose. Did I clutch this out? Yes! Let me find it. The Audis are part. Some of them are premium, some of them are for everyone. You don't really get a penalty from cutting corners through the dirt, so you actually want to make use of it. It does slow you down ever so slightly, you know, to a point where it's better if you take the cut. Right? You're not getting enough of a benefit on the tarmac that, you know, it's worth sticking to it. Right? Like me cutting here is way faster. That's why I'm so far ahead of the others. Can I take him down? Hey! Should have done it earlier. Free boost. It's even better if you save the yellow nose for the grass cut. Yeah, that makes sense. Which level? Which level am I? I need to get to level 25 to get access to the R8 myself. I really want to see what the R8 can do. Oh my god. Good block, man. Get fucked! Boost! Yeah. I'm also very happy that it didn't abandon the game. I honestly already thought it would happen. You know when we get the news that Criterion is working on Battlefield, like I actually assumed that they're gonna give the game to Codemasters and completely stop working on it. That's what I was expecting. And I was wrong! And I gotta be honest, it's good to be wrong sometimes. This is definitely a much better version of Unbound than it has ever been. You can really tell the improved audio handling. Still not perfect, but definitely better. I'm gonna build this up to S+ and then see how it does. Kinda curious for that. The thing about the parked cars, they're gonna give you a yellow boost. And then you can grip around the corner. Hey, we actually got the right car this time. So we're gonna get bonus XP and money. I wonder how much it's gonna be. Fuck. It's so good that you just get 8 people into a lobby now on a consistent basis, because trying to start a race from free roaming, that didn't work does not surprise me whatsoever. Like, that's such a no-brainer to me. Such a no-brainer that was gonna be the consequence of adding a bunch of things to free roam that have nothing to do with racing. Because people are gonna, like, you're gonna have AFK people, plus the people that do random shit in free roaming, so nobody's gonna race. Max level is 200, and with the next volume they increase it to 400. Exactly. Like, the multiplayer was a massive downgrade. Like, they were basically asking themselves, hey, why are people still playing Heat? Why aren't people playing the new one, right? And number one reason is 100% because the multiplayer is really weak. Oh, was really weak. That's a lot better. Don't think you're gonna get to level 200 in 24 hours. The math doesn't work out. You're gonna have to play a lot longer. Like, how long did it take you to get to level 200 in Forza Horizon? You're gonna be playing for a few weeks. You know what would have been an interesting promotion if they, like, invited 5 streamers and, you know, make a tournament out of it, and whoever reaches a certain level first gets, like, a prize pool money. Something like that. That would be cool. The lobbies are really all over the place. Sometimes you have really competitive opponents, and sometimes you wipe the lobby with them. Dude, this is exactly what I do. Like, I love PvP in racing games. Like, this just makes the game infinitely better for me instantly. Also, the Audis have a new handling model, which is better. It's just straight up better. Yeah, sadly it's only the Audis so far. I wonder if they have the resources to apply it to the other cars too eventually. That would be cool. I really hope that they take everything that they learn from the community feedback and put it into the next Need for Speed. But honestly, like, talking to them in person, I think they will. I honestly think they will. I mean, honestly, if I walked away from the event with a really shitty feeling, I would have told you. And now I know I wouldn't probably be invited the next time around, but they took the beating, man. They took all of the feedback that we gave them. So many people don't know the shortcut yet. And I'm not really good at doing it yet. Oh, he crashed out. Oh, that was the corner that I mentioned earlier where it's like super hard to miss, super easy to miss it. Ah, of course they're side by side. Okay, I'm not gonna lose it. He crashed. Sorry, buddy. I have to agree, Dragna, but at the same time, paying $10 for like all of the DLC is a much better value than what they had before. Right, like $15 for a single car and its customization, that was ridiculous, right? Like the RX-7 customization for $15. I would rather pay $10 for the speed pass and I get everything. Right, that's a lot more in line with people's expectations. You know, at the end of the day, you want to get your money's worth. And I'd say people that actually enjoy the game are willing to pay $10 for a season, or for a volume that lasts them 2 months, 3 months actually. Fuck, you're just getting stuck on him, man. $10 for all the DLC, I think that's actually, you know, a bit more fair. There's no subscription, you pay $10. Yeah, I guess. The speed pass is $10. I don't like these slow tracks because everyone just starts cutting and ramming. I would rather have the fast races where you have to dodge traffic. I think that's better. I noticed myself getting quite into it, you know, trying to just drive better, avoiding the carnage, learning from mistakes. Saved. Not saved. Dude, I thought I had it. I thought I got it at the end there. Motherfucker, not before the finish line. God damn it. So ass. For these game modes, you don't need to buy anything. Like, anyone can join and play this, no problem. Great. Alright, mate. Wait, why are we in this? No, it bugged out again, Scott. It bugged out again. We get the wrong thing. No L's taken. Let's see how good we are with the Regera. Oh, I should not have hit the brakes. Fuck. Man, these grip boosts fuck you up so bad. Oh, fantastic. Thank you, man. Why is there a roadblock? Dude, can you actually wipe out on these events? Oh man, these random grip boosts, especially on the Regera, it feels really bad. That's the number one thing, like it's so unpredictable, and you need to play a lot to get these random physics under control. XC, she's a good alternative. I just feel like I want something that's a little bit more controllable, especially if you don't play the game on a daily basis. You kinda forget how to use this car. Yo, random physics strike again, let's go. Scott also got nuked, I can see it. You know, in my opinion, that shouldn't be possible, even with this new ability. They should have thought of a way to make this more controllable. Sniped. Scott, one last crash. Got you. The thing is, the moment I saw you in front of me, I knew I was gonna get you before the finish line. I know, you crashed right there. I honestly think this game would be really fun if the cars were easier to control. Because now that you have a proper PvP mode in this game, now imagine the cars would actually be as easy to control as they are in Most Wanted. You can really see like how hard the car is like struggling to keep traction. The suspension is hopping around like crazy. Enter the S Plus lobby to get into the Audi lobby. That would be funny if that's how it works. The corners in the first half are not meant for this car. Yeah, absolutely. Got completely wrecked. You know why the handling is so awkward? It alternates between heavy understeer and extreme grip and oversteer. Like it doesn't find the balance. That's why the original handling is just so awkward to most people. And it becomes even more obvious when you're driving like the really fast cars. Like I like the speed, I just don't like the handling. Right, massive understeer there, put me straight into the wall. Understeer again, because I knew I had it, right? Like I had the car there, and then all of a sudden I let go of a little bit and massive understeer puts me into the wall, actually in the car. It's only a handful of people that got S Plus cars under control. Me and Scott are kinda, oh my god. Dude, this fucking jump there has killed me so many times. Like, it always makes me miss the checkpoint. That worked great. Oh, I think you're definitely gonna put all of the characters behind speed passes because this one has a Rydell. So what's gonna stop them from use the other ones too? Audi in general, love them. No, they're gonna be working on Unbound for the rest of the year, and then, you know, depending on the success, that's gonna define what happens with Need for Speed Next, is what I assume. Like, trying to get a hold of your car once it starts doing this shit is so annoying. This is such a stupid layout. I hate it. And that's the number one thing people complain about in this game. And they actually rectified it with the Audis. Like, they actually made a new handling model just for the Audis. And now I wanna see the same thing for all cars. What about the R8? Yeah, true, I wanted to build it. Actually, let me build it immediately, because if we get sent into the S class again, then I have the car ready. The number one thing that I noticed is like the suspension is not wobbling as crazy as the Regera does. This is way better. Huge difference. Gripping in the Regera and gripping in the... Dude, just give this handling to all the cars. Holy shit. Like, it actually feels a lot more like a car now. Something I understand how to control. You see the difference? The car's not wobbling like crazy. I think the major difference in the handling is that they fixed the suspension. And if the suspension isn't super wobbly, then you're not gonna lift the front of your car all the time. So I can very much recommend the Audis, at least the R8. I need to change the engine, but it's good. What the fuck? What just happened? How did you lose that? Come on, game. What do you mean? Money, bro? You think we're ever gonna get into one of the lobbies that isn't S Plus? I've been quite liking it, and I wish every car had the Audi handling after doing those high-speed races, man. Yeah, we actually talked about the 8-player. Hey, it worked. 8-player parties, so we talked about it, and they said it's hard to implement. Apparently, they can't just copy and paste it from the previous game, and they have to design the interface to actually feature 8 people. But yeah, I totally agree. Like, it would be nice to just set up an 8-player lobby with community members and just race that way. It feels so good. Oh, using the Audi? Yeah, it does. Like they fixed the suspension. Now that I had the direct comparison, I think they just fixed the suspension. You can actually blur turn more easily. I noticed that too. Like, the cars are just better. Yes, Audi handling for all the cars. Like, honestly, I just want to build Audi cars for every speed class now. Shit. Grip, fuck, man, not again. I mean, what the Audi handling really shows, in my opinion, is that they are listening and they are actually working on stuff that people want, you know, like the improved handling. Rip. All I saw was the crash. I didn't see the car, didn't even see the car that hit, just that he crashed out. GG, that was fun. I can very much recommend this. And to get the Audis, man. Get the Audis and build them up for any kind of speed class you could possibly need them for. Alrighty. GG's, that was fun. I enjoyed this. More Unbound in the future. Probably gonna play it at the end of the stream when I get the need for speed. Alright. Thank you so much, guys. Sleep tight. Do come back tomorrow for more. Or on Thursday, I'm not sure yet. And good night. Bye.